This democracy of ours where differences can be resolved with dialogue. Tonight we pray for wisdom and courage, the wisdom to see beyond our individual needs and interests and to focus on the community needs and the interest and the courage to act for our common good. We seek this in your name. Amen.
David, would you also please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a lot of presentations this evening, and so the first one we'll start with is from the City's Youth Commission, and I believe Dan Kelly will come up to the podium and talk a little bit about Youth Commission and present the award.
Thank you, Mayor Vitek. Thank you, City Council, for the opportunity. I'm joined by our chair, Jamie Munn, fellow commissioners Don Cornelli and John Stock. 4 years ago, we started something called the Impact Award, and the St. Charles Youth Commission has identified 2 recipients this year. Priyanka, I'd like you to come up first. Priyanka Shah she's a teen board member for Fox Valley Food for Health, an amazing organization, basically run by teens. It's just incredible that they deliver nutritious meals to those in need, and if I'm right, it's literally thousands of meals per week. So thank you for all you do. She was on our radar. She obtained some funding from the Youth Commission for some of her initiatives. So thank you.
You guys.
Our next recipient is Ella Ross. Ella is a senior at St. Charles North, and she was directly responsible for obtaining over 8,000 signatures so that the Kane County Board could respond to the traffic lights in Red Gate and Randall. So thanks to Ella's efforts, a lot of government came together, a lot of good came out of tragedy. So the fact that you helped spearhead that, we identified you as a potential worker.
Okay, so I'm going to have to be a little biased. This is one of my most favorite days of the year, so sorry. The next couple of presentations we have are for some state wrestling champions and the team state champion, St. Charles East. So I think what we'll do is we'll call Coach Potter up here first, and we'll talk through all of the state winners, the 3 of them, and then we'll talk a little bit about the state champions. But first, I have to say something he doesn't know that I'm going to say, but this man was just honored with the 3A Coach of the Year in wrestling. So under Jason's leadership, I've known Jason for a really long time. Under his leadership, this team has done amazing things, even beyond these students here, and then with the Kids Club. So I think you deserve a little bit of recognition for everything you've done since even when you were a wrestler until now. So thank you for everything you've done for our community, and especially what you've done for St. Charles East. And many of these students and young men that go through your program, I know, are better for that. So congratulations. So I'm going to say a little bit about the first champion, and then I'll let Coach Potter say a few words. So the first state champion we're honoring today is Dom Munaretto. Yep. He's a freshman. He's the 106-pound high school champion for 3A. His freshman season, again, a freshman, was one of the most dominant performances in Illinois wrestling history. His record is, everyone, 53-0. That means 0 losses. With only 2 of his state matches going the full 6 minutes. That's impressive. He won every tournament he attended, including the Ironman in Cleveland, Ohio, known to be the toughest in-season tournament in the country. Dom also won the 17 and under world title for the United States last summer in Rome, Italy. Congratulations.
I'll just touch on kind of his wrestling style. We'll do it that way since you read most of his credentials. But one thing that stands out to me, and I've coached a lot of wrestlers, especially as a freshman, his accolades speak for themselves. He's obviously very talented. But the thing I think that stands out in his style of wrestling to everybody else is just the physicality that when he steps foot out on the mat. So bringing a mentality to wrestling, you have to kind of get yourself in the right headspace. And especially for being as young as he is, to be able to see him be able to do that day in and day out, to the point in which a big part of my job this season was trying to rail him back. Like, you don't have to kill everybody. This kid's not that good. Take it easy. It turned out to be like that because every single time he steps foot on the mat, he's ready to go and he's locked in. And at a young age, that's really hard to do. So I think that mindset is really what drives him to be as dominant as he is. Because you already mentioned it, to go through an entire high school season and not give up points, but just dominate everybody where the refs feel bad and they stop the match by tech or pin says a lot. So not only is he winning at a young age, but he's doing it in a very dominant fashion. So it was extremely impressive. So and it's exciting tonight. You get your first street sign, but I have a feeling Dom will be back here again. Sorry.
Yes. So you're a freshman. You have 3 more times to get one of these 2. So here is your street sign. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, the next up, this is his 3rd time winning a street sign. So I know that his father and mother are looking, like I've got pictures of it on the fireplace. So here's one more to the collection. Ben Davino, state champion for 120 pounds. As I said, Ben's been to a city council meeting 3 times, so you're prepped. You know what's going on in the city. Congratulations. And you're the most dominant wrestler in St. Charles history, and you still have your senior year ahead. Combined high school record is 124-1. That's crazy. You won every major competition in the country this season with titles at Who's Number 1, USA Wrestling National Fargo, Super 32, Ironman, and of course, state tournament. So congratulations, Ben.
Real fast, because I know it bothered him that he had that one loss on there. He did redeem that and beat that kid twice this year, so we got that one off our back. But she had mentioned that he is the most dominant person ever to come through the high school in wrestling. Mr. Rittiger's here in the past. We've had a lot of good wrestlers, but just about every record by the time he graduates is going to be broken. The only thing he's worried about is that he knows Dom's right behind him to try to come take some of those. But 3-time state champ with your senior season still in the bag. There's one thing I noticed on their new form, that you only get 6 lines. So we're going to have to get creative next year for your street sign. But it's pretty impressive to have 3 of those things. Congratulations.
Okay, the next one up is Jaden Cologne, 145-pound state champ. Jaden is a 2019 Greco World Team member. He's a Pan American champion, winning gold in both freestyle and Greco wrestling. And Jaden also competed in 2022 Fargo, and you were a national finalist. Congratulations.
So this is actually Jaden's second state title. He transferred here. He moved to St. Charles. We're very happy for it. One thing about Jaden that stands out to me, obviously all these guys are very talented to be up here getting these awards, but Jaden's a kid that immediately when he came here, I noticed his drive and his work ethic. He's getting up and then he's going and running on his own at 5:30 in the morning. He's asking me to watch film. He's always trying to get better, and that's after he'd already won a state title. So one fear as a coach is that when somebody hits the top, they tend to be idle and not try to push themselves and improve. And Jaden's not like that, and that was a huge portion. The guy he had in the state finals this year was a very, very good wrestler, and we dropped a match earlier in the year to him, and he had to work and try to figure out a way to beat him and really push himself. So watching him just even throughout the year improve and drive to win his second state title was impressive. So we were really excited for that, and it's a great role model for all the other guys on the team and some of our sons that are here that are coming up through the program, watching him put that extra time in, because you have to do more to get something like that accomplished. So it was an impressive year for him.
Congratulations. And finally, I'll let Coach Potter do the honors, but you have the 3A wrestling champs in the house. So I'll let, yeah, I know, someone was going to do that. So I'll let Coach Potter say a few words, and then if the team would like to come up here, we could do a quick photo if that works for everyone.
Awesome. All right, so first off, winning something like this is the first time we've done that in wrestling in St. Charles history. So even all the way back to when we were one school. This is something that this team accomplished it this year, but it's really been kind of a journey for our program. Every year we've gotten better and better and better, and we knew this was coming, but we're really excited that it finally came. And it's not just even the athletes. I think the reason why this room is packed is you see all the families that are here to support them. Wrestling, although it's 4 months, it's in the winter, for these guys it's a way of life, and they do it year round. And that was the only way that, especially at a public school, that kind of thing is going to happen, is not only dedication from the athletes, but my coaching staff, their families, the dedication that the coaches have to do. Their families are all here sitting in the front row. So when I was back in high school, we took third. Mr. Rudiger's in the back. It kind of part of my drive to get into coaching was it haunted me that we didn't get that state title. And when I started coaching, I was at a different school. And when the opportunity came to come back here, my dream, I realized, was to win a team state title here at St. Charles and try to win one. We won so many titles back in the 90s that they stopped giving away the individual ones. So I've always wanted to get one of these things. So I'm pretty excited to finally have one for my wall. Thank you. So I just wanted to real fast point out my coaching staff who's here tonight. So Coach Rudiger's in the back, Coach Palander. Crawford's got to bend down. We can't see Palander. Coach Crawford. Coach Barzak. Coach Wilmington, what we call him, Coach Collins. And Coach Robinson's over in the corner. We got a couple of them down here. Well, all the guys on the team, the whole team wasn't able to make it. So for the dual state tournament, we were allowed to bring 21 guys down to the state tournament. So not all of them are here tonight, but if they are here, we got some to the front so I can at least introduce you, and we can get ready for a picture. Come on to the front. Couldn't really see who came in.
No, I'm not going to. I mean, look, I'm good. I'm not going to see him.
Yeah, kind of spread yourself out. If I can see, I'll know who's here. All right, Brody Murray down here on the end, all state. Tyler Guerra was also all state. The big man's Austin Barrett, all state. AJ Marino, changing sides on me. Logan Tater. Christian Wilson. A little wait would help. Brandon Schwartz. Anthony Gutierrez. Dave Riley.
Get all the coaches, the coaches too.
I think we're safe on this. I think so, yes. People ahead of us.
And it's like,
You know, he looks at it.
right here towards the city, one bare arm.
Not sure this is working very well. Yes, on, but it's. Can you hear it? Okay. Okay, so we have the Arbor Day proclamation that we read annually. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide a habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas. And whereas trees, whenever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Whereas on Arbor Day, we also recognize the importance of all of our natural resources in sustaining a healthy environment. And whereas we plant trees to serve as a natural habitat for birds and other living things, we also maintain special community gardens such as the butterfly garden outside of City Hall to encourage pollinators, especially the monarch butterfly, and to increase awareness of pollinator habitats. Now, therefore, I, Laura Vitek, Mayor of the City of St. Charles, do hereby proclaim April 28, 2023 as Arbor Day in the City of St. Charles. And I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. Further, I urge all citizens to plant trees and care for trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Mr. Bancroft, the omnibus vote, please.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the omnibus vote as reflected in our Monday, April 17, 2023 City Council agenda.
Second.
Moved by Bancroft, seconded by Besner. Any comments or questions? Nance, please call the roll.
Bongard?
Yes.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Petula?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Hale-Mears?
Yes.
Haylander?
yes.
Okay. We do not have any old business. Under new business, we have item A, a recommendation to approve a resolution authorizing the City of St. Charles to participate in the new national opioid settlements and authorizing the execution of related settlements agreements with Teva, Allergan, CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart. And I know Mr. Hanna is here if anyone has any questions. Any questions?
Oh, I'll make a motion. Second.
Moved by Bongard, seconded by Bancroft. Nance, please call the roll.
Bongard?
Yes.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Petula?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Hale-Mears?
Yes.
Haylander?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hanna. Item B, a recommendation to approve a resolution approving a change order to an agreement with Respect to Technology, Inc. for $24,000 for utility billing data migration services. I know Mr. Gunderson is here if anyone has any questions. Yes, Bill.
Larry, I read through the pre-reads. I guess what prompted, I don't have clarity on why, I mean, it's significant. The original request was about 48,000.
Correct.
Now we're asking for an additional 24.
Correct.
So I guess help me understand more specifically what's accounting for the extra cost.
Yeah, I think there was some discovery of some of the challenges with getting correct data from the old system into the new system. So I think after a couple conversions that were done, and actually this is an iterative process, so they do 5 different data conversions, and with each conversion, the data gets closer to the expectation of what you want to have in your target system. So they discovered some new ways of getting more accurate data after the 3rd iteration. And I think with this additional 24,000, that will allow us to do the entire migration without any more issues or errors.
So is that based on like a time and material cost, an hourly rate? I mean, how did they calculate that?
It's time and materials.
Okay, so there's extra time and material for the resources doing the work, and that's what makes up that
Correct.
94.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. I bow to my colleagues' expertise on it. I'm just wondering why this came as a surprise. You know, was it the contract originally vetted enough? Was it, not enough research? What happened?
Well, I think there's a lot of challenges. We mean the data system that we're taking it from is from 1970s, so it's not like a typical database where it's very obvious. These are file-based systems that require additional resources and require some time to get in or dig into it.
Okay.
So it's just basically they're learning more as they get into it. And as we've said, by the 3rd iteration, it was discovered there would be a better way of making sure that we get the correct data out of our initial system into our target system.
Okay. So it's stuff that we didn't know before, or even if when it went out for an RFP, I don't recall how many, bidders there were. Would this cost have also probably gone to any of the other competitors, or?
No, absolutely. I think what probably would have happened would be because there's a system where you really there's a lot of risk involved. I think another vendor that didn't know the system as well as RTI did would have bid a lot more money to protect their potential interests if they underbid the project. So we were conservative with the initial amount of dollars we came up with. So it's basically because we're doing it that way. We didn't go for a large number to cover all potential contingencies, but just what they knew at one time. And as soon as we understood there's going to be more work, then we came back. That's the second change order.
Is this your mindset usually? Because it seems like you do come back a lot for extra stuff. But that makes sense if that's your mindset?
This was the first change order on this.
No, not on this, but on any contract through your department. It seems that there's always some little add-on or whatever. So.
Okay.
Yeah. But I guess that's how. Yeah.
Yes, Brian.
You mentioned that this is time and material.
Correct.
So the 24,000, is that just the budget up to 24,000? Yes. So it's not necessarily a spend of 24,000?
It's up to 24,000.
Okay.
Additional.
All right.
Yes.
I guess the hook to that is at a cap, right? So are you going to?
Yes.
Is there going to be any more additional? Is there a risk of more expense? I guess later on.
Our expectation is this is going to be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anyone else?
Move for approval.
Second.
Moved by Wirball, seconded by Petrola. Nance, please call the roll.
Baumgart?
Yes.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Petrola?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Fesser?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Kalamiris?
Yes.
Paylander?
Yes.
Thank you. Under committee reports, government operations, Mr. Flakaitis, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Government services, Mr. Besner, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Planning and development, Mr. Weber, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, do we have any public comment this evening? I do have a few items. Mr. Wardball gets to celebrate his birthday with the Arbor Day celebration on the 29th. So congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
April 29th, as I mentioned before when I was reading the Arbor Day proclamation, the St. Charles Natural Resources Commission does host a cleanup day for that I think it starts at 9:30 to 11:30, and then we have our city's Arbor Day celebration at Potawatomi Park at 11:30 a.m., and that's on the 29th in 2 weeks here. Do any members of council have anything? Anything from staff? Oh, okay. We do not have an executive session, so I'm just looking for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Wirball, seconded by Petrola. Nancy, please call the roll.
Baumgart?
Yes.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Petrola?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Fesser?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Kalamiris?
Yes.
Paylander?
Yes.